It's in Minshew's hand, and a drop by Goodson. Texans make the stop, and they take over up by 6.
I knew. I don't know if I said this in the video, and you might be wondering. This is not the game we played. We played the Texans, but I need to start here. All I gotta say, I knew, and I don't know if I said this in my original video, but I knew that this was going to mess us up for the playoffs. I said to myself, either in the video or not in the video, that this better not be the reason that we're out of the playoffs. And yes, there are a bunch of other things. Yes, we lost. Yes, we lost to the Falcons. We lost to the Bengals. But this right here is the reason, not only why we're not leading the division, obviously, but this right here is the main reason why we lost the playoffs. Because of the refs back in the Browns-Colts game. And then we go on a tear, right? We beat a bunch of teams, you know. And then we lose to the Bengals with a backup. And then we won. And then we lost to the Falcons. That was our most egregious loss. We beat the Raiders. We had a lot of momentum. And it just didn't work out. I'm hoping I already have this up. Oh, I did. Yep. Texans, congratulations. Hard-fought game. I really like C.J. Stroud. I know what he said about Indianapolis as a city. He's a good guy. I respect him. Congratulations to the Texans. You're going to be playoff bound, and I hope the Titans beat the Jaguars so you can take the division. Not that I want to see the Texans win. I want to see C.J. Stroud win. But, man. The Colts lose 23-19 against the Houston Texans. And they are eliminated from playoff contention. We had a good season. But I'm going to start at the end. Usually I start with going off the scores and going off how the game played out as a whole. We're starting at the 4th and 1 call. And you saw that at the beginning of the video. That was that 4th and 1 call. Call was horrible, man. I mean, Jonathan Taylor. Dude, Jonathan Taylor. 188 yards and touchdown. And you take him out for not even Zach Moss. They didn't take it out for Zach Moss. They took him out for Tyler Goodson. They took our star running back out of the game. They didn't put our star backup running back. You bring in this random. You bring in Tyler Goodson. Could have also had Trey Sermon. Well, he was out, actually, this game because he was inactive. But you give it to RB4 Tyler Goodson. And he drops the ball. Not saying it was the best pass because, again, Minshew, I'm sorry. You're a good backup QB, but you just can't. You can't. You're not a starter. You're not a starter, dude. 13 and 24 for 141 yards, man. I don't know what you're doing, dude. We didn't even convert one first down. I'm sorry that it keeps showing share too. It's snowing where I live right now, so it's messing up the screen and stuff because I gotta get it off. But again, 4th and 1 call, and let's go on. I have to talk about the refs, dude. It looks like the refs were heavily favoring the Colts. But if you watch that game, the Texans were just shooting themselves in the foot. And, that clear horse collar that Taylor had to not go called. But when even a less egregious horse collar shows up, you call that. And of course, it's in the red zone for the game-winning touchdown. So, of course, you call that instead of having the Colts. They tried to stop us from getting a first down and forcing us on to 30 inches. Luckily, Steichen challenged that. He's just he's a good head coach. I know he made that mistake at the end with taking out Jonathan Taylor, but he's a good head coach. And I'm glad he's on the team. That doesn't change anything, no matter how bad of a play call is. We got to remember that he's a rookie head coach. He just got nervous out there, dude. Yeah. So, at the start, it was 7-3. Then, both teams scored the field goal. Actually, Houston scored again, and we scored another field goal. It was 14-6. Then we scored a touchdown, tie the game up. They score a field goal to make it 17-14, I believe. Jeez. Snow is getting to me. Make it 17-14. And in the second quarter, they score a touchdown. They missed the extra point. We have the opportunity to go down the field and win, and we just can't do it, dude. The defense played great, especially against C.J. Stroud, who, again, is a great player. He's great. But what else can you do? Stats, like I said, Gardner Minshew, 13 for 24 for 141. Like, in a playoff game, which this is the definition of a playoff game, win or go home. I mean, you gotta have better stats. You can't go you can't just go 141. And I know we ran the ball a lot, but they just had no trust in him, dude. Like, he sucked the whole game. And that's just unfortunate, especially since it's the last game of the season. C.J. Stroud, like I said, 20 for 26, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's a great player. That first play, I thought it was over off bat. That first Texans play, I thought the game was already over. I thought they were going to, absolutely destroy us. But we fought our way back. It just wasn't enough. Singletary, 24 carries for 63 yards. He wasn't that important to the Texans' win today. Jonathan Taylor. I'm glad we have him back, dude. He is a great player, too. And I just don't understand why you take him out on 4th and down. I know I keep hitting it, but I just don't get it. 30 carries, 188 yards. He probably had a 200-yard game. I'm going to have to check the catching stats, but I just don't get it, dude. Receiving, Josh Downs, 3 for 48. Again, our receiving wasn't that good because this dude, Gardner Minshew, sucked. We actually could have had, 2 touchdowns, maybe even 3 if Gardner Minshew could throw correctly. He just couldn't. That would have won us the game, too. Nico Collins absolutely destroyed us. He was their one good receiver, and we didn't double him. We decided not to double him for most, if not the whole game. And again, another reason why we lost, because this dude was unstoppable today. But on to player stats, of course. Other than Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss had a alright day. 6 for 30. Minshew ran 1 for 9 yards. And as you can see, the backup running back, Tyler Goodson, he doesn't have a yard rushing, even though he's a running back. Who would have guessed? Receiving, Michael Pittman Jr. caught 5 for 44. Granson caught 1 for 23. Wiley Cox caught 2 for 18. Taylor caught 2 for 8, so he did not have a 200-yard game, but he was really close to it. Well, actually, no. He was, if I can do quick math, he had 194 yards. Well, where was the 196? Math. Plus 2, leaves 6. Okay, he had 196. He was 4 off of a 200-yard game. He always plays good against the Texans. Goodson, 0 for 0, because he sucks. He's not going to be on the team tomorrow morning. Same with Gus Bradley. He's not going to be on the team. I hope right now they fire him. I mean, we just need I know our defense played good today, but we need a new defensive coach. We just do. Pearson to catch one, even though he got wide open like twice. That could have led to touchdowns. Mallory also didn't catch one either. Our defense, I think we got 2 sacks on the day. No, we only got 1. No, we got 2. Speed played great today. Downs, 2 for 24 kick returns. Pittman's was from the crazy safety punt play. That went nowhere, as you can tell, because we lost. Punt returns, Josh Downs was 3 for 25. Matt Gay, he didn't sell the game, but he did miss a 57-yarder that doinked. That would have changed the momentum because we would have been up by 3. So that would have changed the momentum completely. But I'm not going to place it on him. Gay, we should keep Gay. He's just been bad ever since his baby got born. I think something got into his head. And I think we should keep him. He's pretty good. Next year, he's going to be one of the best kickers in the league. So I hope. Sanchez, 2 for 7. Not 2. 4 for 217. He averaged 54 yards. But we usually punt it at like the 20. So he did not get inside the 20. And another thing I gotta commemorate for the Texans. Their punter is really good. Other than Singletary, Stroud ran 3 for 20, and that's the punter right there running for the safety, because they can legally do that for some reason. That's legal, so I'm not going to argue it, but for some reason it's legal to do it in the first place. Nico Collins, other than them. Schultz caught 542, Beck caught 2 for 9 and a touchdown. Hutchinson caught 1 for 6, Mechie caught 1 for 5, Sauvert caught 1 for 5, and Singletary caught 1 for 2. Defense, I think they only got 1 sack. Yeah, they only got 1 sack. Surprising, since Gardner Minshew. And no offense to him, of course, but he usually gets a little tippy-toe-tappy. I don't know what that was. He usually scuffles around in the pocket and fails miserably. So, glad he didn't get sacked that much. Pierce ran 1 for 30. King ran 2 for 3. For kicking, Fairbairn made his individual field goal from 51, but missed an extra point, which we could have went down and scored if we had Jonathan Taylor in instead of this dude Tyler Granson. Again, their punter was really good. One of them went down to the 1. He had 6 punts for 298 yards, 50 yards per, and inside 24. He might be better than Rigoberto. In team stats, we outplayed him on yards, but that's because we had 227 running yards. And 180 of those, guess what? Came from Jonathan Taylor, who we took out for Tyler Granson. But passing, they destroyed us, of course, 246 to 133. We had 5.8 yards per play. They had 5.5. We had 21 first downs. They had 16. They were 5 and 13 for third down. And we were 1 and 11. 1 and 11. A third down. This is another one of the biggest reasons on why we lost. We just couldn't convert those third downs. We had to punt like so many times. And it's just unfortunate, considering if he was... It's just unfortunate. I don't know where I was going with that. Fourth down, they didn't get theirs. We didn't get ours. Wait. No, that was the punting play. No, that was my bad. They had 56 total plays. We had 62. They allowed 2 sacks. We allowed 1. We punted 6 times. They punted 4. Again, this is probably why people aren't going to assume the refs, kind of screwed us a bit. Because they were really, really undisciplined. What was it, 4 or 5 false starts? I mean, that's just crazy. The noise definitely got to them. C.J. Stroud calling us a weak city. He's definitely not going to think that now. After we almost won, of course, and we made him like really pressured and stuff. But We lost a fumble. Oh yeah, that's from the weird punt play. I don't want to count those. Of course, no interceptions. They didn't get a fumble either. We had the ball for 30 minutes. They had it for 29. But other than that, I mean, that's all I really have to say. I know I recorded this yesterday night. It's going to be Sunday when you see this, of course, because I can't post something at like 11:30. But that's all. That's a wrap for these. I'll probably be going back to content before I started doing this NFL stuff. I'm definitely going to talk about the playoffs and stuff because, there's still teams I want to win, like, the Dolphins, the Lions, other teams. But that's really all I have to say. I will make a review for the Colts season. It was a good one. From 4 wins to 9, it just had to end like this. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Well, I'll see you whenever I decide to make that Colt video or that playoff video. That's probably going to be one of my next 2 games. But one last thing. When Anthony Richardson comes back, we're winning 12 games. When we get this defensive secondary line, we're going to win 12 games. My phone turned off for some reason, so if there's a weird cut, that's that. All I got to say is we are going to be a good team next year. We will be one of the top teams in the AFC, and we will make the playoffs and make a run for the division. Signing out, me, from these Colts reviews. I hope you have, well, if this is the only thing you're going to watch, my Colts reviews, you 50 people, maybe. If this is all you kind of want to watch from me, I'll see you next year if you decide to come back, of course. If you're going to keep watching, I hope to see you next time. And that's a wrap from Indiana. Or should I say Indianapolis? That's a wrap from Indianapolis. Peace.